Does it feel like your opponents have a magnetic tackle from your back while your defenders just stand there watching the game pass them by? Well, if you're still using tactical defending, you are playing at a disadvantage. It's time that you switch to advanced defending. Today, I'm going to show you how to master the mechanic that the pros use to bully attackers off the ball physically. And in the end, I will show you a special trick I use to make this mechanic even more effective. First things first, we have to turn it on. Go to your gameplay settings and find defending. Switch to the advanced defending from the tactical one. Why? Because in tactical, your tackle button does everything. You can use it for standing tackles to win the ball, but it also triggers physical animations to get the opponent off the ball. The problem here is that the game decides this on the context of the situation, and especially in FC 26, it became a problem that you get standing tackles in spots where you are hoping for a physical pressure. So that's a big limitation. Here comes advanced defending into play. With that setting turned on, you get a dedicated button for seal outs and shoulder challenges, giving you 100% more control over your player's physicality. This new button will be X or A for shoulder challenges, while B or circle remains for standing tackles. But the magic happens with the X or A button. This is your physical contact input. Instead of lunging for the ball, your defender will now prioritize body positioning, using their strength to step in front of the attacker and seal them out. Understanding these inputs is a great start, but if you want to learn exactly how all the defensive mechanics should be executed cleanly, you need to check out our defensive course on the Guide Plus, which is our app that offers over 10 courses and 100 video tutorials throughout the entire season. If you are tired of hitting a ceiling in Weekend League, click the link in the description and take the first step to start defending like a pro today. We are currently running our Team of the Year discount on the season pass, so don't miss it out. Now, let's take that knowledge back to the pitch and talk about the most important part of this mechanic, timing. If you press the button while there is still gap between you and the attacker, your defender will perform a body check animation into thin air, losing their sprint momentum and letting the winger fly right past. There are 3 steps you need to follow. First, you need to approach the attacker. This could be catching up from the back or getting on the same level while you're in front of them. You are looking to get close to them as much as possible. Right after that comes the engagement window. You are looking for the moment your defender's lead shoulder overlaps with the attacker's trailing shoulder. This is the right moment where you will have a physical contact with them. And when you catch that moment, the final step arrives. Tapping the X or A button right as the players collide will give the necessary tackle you're looking for. However, most players make the mistake of aiming their left stick directly at the opponent. In the advanced defending system, this is a recipe for disaster. Instead of aiming directly at them, you want to aim your left stick at a 45-degree angle towards the space in front of the attacker. Imagine there's a finish line 3 yards ahead of the ball and you are racing to get your body to that line first. By aiming slightly ahead of the attacker while pressing the advanced defending button, your defender will perform a seal out. They step across the attacker's path, putting their back to them and effectively lock the attacker out of the play. If the attacker is near the touchline, don't aim for the ball. By directing your momentum towards the sideline, you use the advanced defending shove to push them out of bounds or force them to stop their run entirely. Remember, you are not trying to tackle the ball. You are trying to occupy the space where the ball currently is. If your body is there, the ball is yours. Now, let's come to the strategy I've been using this year, which makes me even more comfortable with the advanced defending. I know I talked about perfect timing, but let's get real. FC 26 can become really chaotic easily. This is why the spam technique could be incredibly useful. Unlike the standing tackle button, which has a long cooldown if you miss, the advanced defending input is much more forgiving. By rapidly tapping the X or A, you are essentially telling the game engine to constantly check for physical contact. If the first shoulder barge doesn't quite knock the attacker off balance, the second one, coming just a millisecond later, usually will. It keeps your defender's arms and body active, making them a nightmare to dribble around in tight spaces. The only thing that counters this is when the opponent makes sharp direction changes consistently. If you spam the advanced defending button right here, you might easily get off track. However, if the opponent is running in a straight line, this is huge. But there is actual genius of this method. Because advanced defending is mapped to the same button as your short pass, spamming it creates a double action effect. Think about how many times you'll want to tackle only to have the attacker instantly auto press you and win it back before you can react. When you spam the advanced defending button, your defender uses their body to win the ball with a seal out. The very next tap, which happens the millisecond you have possession, registers as a first time pass. You're not just defending. You will win the ball and in the same heartbeat zip a pass out to your fullback or CDM before the opponent's strikers can even register that they have lost possession. One word of caution: make sure your left stick is pointed towards a teammate while you're doing this. If you are spamming the button and pointing out at a bad direction, you might accidentally pass the ball to an opponent. Aim for the exit route, spam the input, win the physical battle, and get the ball out of the danger zone. Now, if you want to improve at FC26 like this, I would definitely recommend checking out our latest video, which appears on your screen right now. This video explains why playing efficiently is one of the biggest differences between elite and intermediate players and how you can start playing more efficiently to improve. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, take care and peace.